Hey, ultimate music teachers. I am so excited to be here today with you. My name is Glory St. Germain from Ultimate Music Theory, and you're about to meet Cathy Grimbly. Cathy Grimbly is a UMTC Elite Educator success story. And welcome, Cathy. How are you doing?
Thank you, Glory. I'm doing very well. Love
Uh,
spending time with you.
yeah, we have a blast together, and I love your energy and your passion for what you do. And
Likewise.
Cathy is a lifelong learner in a few areas that are near and dear to her heart, and she'll be sharing a few of those with you today, including sharing music via the piano. She's an incredibly supportive and well sought after music educator. Her business is Elements of Music, and it's where her and her students build better brains at the bench. So let's hear about your success story. I'm so excited. You've been
I'm glad.
inside our Ultimate Music Theory Certification Elite Educator program. And I've seen your growth since you joined the program, Cathy. And for those of you that are just joining us now, don't forget to subscribe to our Ultimate Music Theory YouTube channel and press the little bell icon so that you don't miss any of our upcoming videos. And if you'd like to book a call so you can learn more about the success story that you're going to hear from Cathy Grimbly, simply click joinUMT.com and you can book an exclusive strategy session call with me, Glory St. Germain. So Cathy, let's talk about your success story.
Let's.
So where are you now? Let's start with now. Where are you now?
Right now, I don't have more students per se. I have students for longer period of times, thanks to your encouragement right from the get-go a year and a half ago.
Yes.
And it was brilliant. It was something I had shied away from for years, thinking, what am I going to do with them?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not one lacking some creativity in the moment, but I really thought that more than 30 minutes or more than 45 was going to be torture for everyone. And it wasn't. And it was instantly embraced. Yeah. And I have no qualms now signing up a student for 45 minutes or 60 minutes. Yeah. And it's great. It goes by so fast. Even the students say that. So it's not just me.
Yes. And I think it's interesting when you do teach your Ultimate Music Theory club classes and it's time to go. And then students are saying, what, is it over already? It's kind of fun to see how passionate, because we are too, not only building our community of Ultimate Music Theory teachers inside our UMT Elite Educator program, but we're helping our students start to develop community as well within our group teaching program. How does that feel for you?
It's lovely. I always say to my students, no matter what their age, because I do have adults, yeah. One of my most favorite memories was playing duets. And that just tickled me enormously during the few years that I did do that and entered festivals and stuff like that. Really, really, really enjoyed that team effort.
Yes.
And so when I have an opportunity to put people together, I have several siblings, so it works well there. But I look forward to it. Hasn't happened yet, thanks to the last couple of years being the pandemic, and I didn't quite get it off the ground to start with. But I really, really look forward to the next few years of having different unrelated students getting together and playing, but also increasing the numbers of the getting together in small groups and learning from one another. It's
Absolutely.
great.
100%, Cathy.
Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. And it's, I think, why, I'm so passionate about connecting. We have in the UMTC Elite Educator program, accountability partners, and maybe share a little bit about the vision and the possibilities that you saw for yourself, the transformation when you came into the program.
It took me a while, I'll confess, but we've had that conversation, and I won't, no spoiler alert here, but there is a funny expression that I carry around with myself now about things taking a little bit of time to settle in. So when I met you online at my own, it was first a presentation similar to this. and then our own 15-minute chat that launched me into, I'd always taught theory, but it was piecing things together. Pardon me. And when I had your program in my hands, I dove right into it to go through it all myself first, make sure I was going to be passing along the right information in the right way.
Right.
And I just ran with that. So I just switched everybody over, and we were doing the Ultimate Music Theory program as opposed to me finding and picking and choosing.
Yeah.
So that was really great. But now that it's another year later, there's just so many more options opening, and the accountability partners that I've had and have now are so wonderfully supportive. And we become, I believe anyways, as one who shied away from mentoring and feedback and stuff, because you sort of, I don't know, cringe and think, oh, it's going to be terrible. But it isn't. The growth mindset.
Yes.
It's tremendous. And what it's also done for me in my studio space, it's a breath of fresh air, particularly when it was the middle of the pandemic.
Yes.
And it just pivot. Oh, I know we've overused that word in the news and so on, but literally we were saying, okay, here's a hurdle. I'm not going to jump over it. I'm sure there's something over there that can help me.
Yes.
I carry on. And this is the Ultimate Music Theory program plus our group.
Yes.
So happy.
And you know, Cathy, it's so interesting because I think as business owners and so many music teachers consider themselves, and we've talked about this, just a music teacher as opposed to, oh, wait a minute, sit up a little taller in your chair. I'm a music teaching business owner. And when we realize that we're business owners, every business has obstacles and hurdles to jump over or runways to navigate, you know, how fast you're going to launch your music theory club classes, or if you're going to take off, or whatever that might look like for you. So when you look back at your journey inside the Ultimate Music Theory Certification Elite Educator program, what are you most proud of in yourself?
Embracing change. And I've not been terribly bad at that, but I think that as I was getting to the age I'm at now and thinking, do I really want to take on some new stuff and whatever? And the answer is a resounding yes, I do. And yes, I did. I have met people through your organization who are composers of books, of series, and have thoroughly enjoyed expanding that part of my teaching curriculum or resources. I love resources, and you supply so many, but in connecting with these other composer teachers and so on, it's just allowed me to, I'm a messenger, and I love being a good messenger. So when I can put all of these resources together and have lots of choices depending on who I'm dealing with on this bench, it gives me tremendous, I know this is important, but tremendous confidence and belief in myself. That's huge. You mentioned about being just a piano teacher. I joined recently 2 things that I'm also extremely proud and excited about. One, I joined our local city's music festival association. So I am now sitting on a board. I've never done that before. Really, really excited about what the future is going to bring, working with some wonderful people. We're a small group, but we're mighty. And the other is the Business Networking International group, which is a world-renowned, it's been around since 1985. And I went in there at first thinking, okay, who am I within this group? And I hold the music education seat in our chapter. And again, I'm a messenger. I have several students. I don't have a lot of room for more students, but there's always that possibility. So that's fun. But I go in and I'm meeting other people from different backgrounds. And as you mentioned, different businesses. People are in there trying to build their own business and expand. And we learn so much from each other. I think that's really important.
I think so too. And I'm so proud of you, Cathy, because I've seen you take, we inside our coaching calls, we share our weekly wins, and it's so important to celebrate our accomplishments. And, if you would like to learn more about how Cathy has had this massive success story, feel free to jump in, book a free strategy session call with me. You simply go to joinumt.com, and I'd be happy to chat with you about your music teaching business and your music teaching goals. And one of the things you just talked about, Cathy, was the networking opportunities, and now you being part of this organization that you've joined. So how important do you feel coaching calls are as part of a regular, ongoing professional development?
Absolutely important. Now, people watching this don't really know me. So my words that follow now may ring a little hollow or whatever, but I was never one to embrace coaching for myself. What did I need coaching for? Not that I was poo-pooing coaching.
Yeah.
I just didn't see it relevant to where I was in my life, my relationships, and so on. However, as that lifelong learner, as that person who loves resources, loves to learn, loves to see the other side, put the shoe on the other foot, all of those things, I soon, you know me, I'm writing notes, always writing notes. Glory's notes come through and Cathy's writing them down because you are a wealth of knowledge and experience, and you're so generous. You're so generous with both. And that speaks to me, because I try to do similar things where you gather really useful, really healthy, really impactful information, and you share it. And people then have the option to see where it fits into their life, into their business, or whatever. And then that's a choice.
Yeah.
But I, as another person in our group, Carolyn, said, we're showing up for the community, not just for any training or secret sauce or whatever that you're going to share with us.
Yes.
It's just, it's uplifting, it's life-giving energy, it's hope, all kinds of really tremendous things. And it's also when we stand up for ourselves and make a decision and we own it.
Yes.
We own it, and then we take that ball and we run with it.
Yeah. And I think too, the community is such an important part of the UMTC Elite Educator program, because sometimes we get that momentum, like, yeah, I'm going to do that. And you might even have the momentum for a week or 2 or 3 if you're super lucky. But then if you don't have an accountability partner, or you don't go to the weekly coaching call, or all of a sudden the momentum starts to go down. It's why for myself and my business, I've always had a business coach. I'm always working with a coach that's going to take my goals to the next level. And not only do we want coaches, but we want those resources. And I think when you look at, the things that take hours and hours and hours of time to create, when you look inside the UMT Teachers membership, what sort of is your favorite part? I mean, there's games, there's courses, there's coaching, there's mentorship, community. What's or all of the above? What does it look like for you, Cathy?
There's so much, but I will be eternally grateful to Ms. Joanne Barker, who has put together those games. Yeah. And to you and Sheila and Joanne and whoever else has their hands on this, all of the resources, all of the extra exercise activities. I love that stuff, because we know that we don't truly learn something until we've approached it at least a half dozen ways. And that might sound excessive, but no, playing piano or violin or singing is just the one part of it. how
Yes.
we get to that part is the theory for sure. It's a language. So I
Yes.
love all of the games, all of the, you've got coaching in there as well. And I have to, full confession, I haven't even got to that really rich material that I know is waiting for me there.
Right.
Because I'm still gathering and going through all of the other great information. So this membership, it's huge.
Yes. Yeah. And there's always something new that we're adding to. So I think that's, when you go into sometimes a program, it can be overwhelming and you don't know where to start. And like all of us are music educators, and we need to understand how to lead. What makes you an elite educator? What makes you a good leader in your community? A good leader, in your church program, if you're in one. What makes you a good leader in your business? What makes you a good leader as a parent or as a family member? So leadership is a really important quality that I really want to bring to the forefront of educators, because we're so powerful. When you look back, and most of us have been teaching a long time, when you look back at some of your students, Cathy, that you've had for many years, and they become successful, you've had a little bit of something to do with that, right?
Yes. One thing that at this BNI, the Business Networking International Group, there are many podcasts and many things, again, more lifelong learning. And that's part of their, I forget what you call it, but anyway, part of their mantra or whatever, is lifelong learners. And in it, one of them was how to talk about yourself when you don't like talking about yourself.
Yes. Yeah.
And pretty much, I would say most of the world, or most of whatever of the people I know, don't like talking about themselves.
Yeah.
But learning that is not, I suppose, also when you refer to how long we've been in business and also when we were raised, sounds like bragging, which we were told was not, was a no-no. But
Yes.
it doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be that. But people aren't going to know about us if we don't say something, if we don't share.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's one of the reasons why we created all of the marketing materials, all of the lesson plans, all of those time-consuming things that, being a music educator doesn't mean that you're a music marketing expert. And by creating all of these resources gives you an opportunity to put your best foot forward, right? And say, yes, I am an elite educator. Yes, I'm a business owner. And yes, I have the resources to stand up and be proud of who I am and introduce myself to the community. And I've seen so much growth, and I'm so excited to help other teachers on their path to success. So what would be your final words to encourage anyone to just book a call and see what might happen for them, Cathy?
Honestly, like I said before, if you don't know me at all, it's sometimes difficult to hear the message behind my words or someone's words in a similar position.
Yes.
But it really changed. December 28th, 2020, when I saw your presentation, then I joined, took the certification, and that isn't even when it really impacted the coaching calls, the group, the confidence building, how it spread out to giving me chupa, or whatever the expression is, to think that I could help other groups.
Yes.
Like the music festival in the city and so on.
Yeah.
So that all, thank you forever and ever and ever, Glory. That all stemmed from December 28, 2020. It's been life-changing for me. It was fine before. It had been fine for years, but I knew there was something that needed to be infused into what I was going to continue to do for who knows how long. But now I feel like I can do this forever because it's got so much variability and fun to it. So that's been great.
Thank you so much, Cathy, for joining me today. And we want to change that for you as well, those of you that are watching today, because being fine is okay, but let's turn that fine into having an ultimate music day and becoming a UMTC Elite Educator, so you can have the same passion and joy and success as the amazing Cathy Grimbly. Yay! I invite you to book a free strategy session call with me, Glory St. Germain from Ultimate Music Theory, and I look forward to seeing you inside the community of these incredible musicians. So thank you again, Cathy, and I look forward to seeing you next time.
Yeah.
Bye now.
Thank you. Bye.
Teach with passion.